Yo, what's good? What's good? Welcome back to Talk 20. I'm your host, Ern B. And if you're, I don't know, I try to figure out if I'm on her right or on her left or her bottom pause, but that's Steph the Oracle right there,
What's up, y'all? What's up?
right?
Happy Thursday. What's going on?
You know it. And Andre,
Yo,
I,
yo.
I don't know, same situation, left, right, bottom. Definitely not at the bottom. Okay, so I'll assume you're on the left of me. I'm on
Started
the
from
left
the
of you,
bottom. Now we're here.
aka Dirty. What's good, brother?
Chilling, brother. Chilling.
Make sure, man. We took a week off.
Yeah, it's been
Um,
a while. Life is lifing.
life is life, and it wasn't. It's not bad. It's just
No,
living it
because
up,
we
right?
always, yeah. The only thing is like we literally between me finishing the semester, between parent teacher
Congratulations, by the way.
conferences. Thank you so much.
Yeah, yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you so
yeah.
much, man. It was a pat in the back. It's
Mm,
a stressful
absolutely.
semester.
Mm-hmm.
Between parent teacher conferences, between union meetings,
Mm,
and we trying to be the parents and balance. So this is where we are. But I'm glad
mm,
and grateful we're able to meet together. And don't forget, Jay's not here, but he's again work is work. So
Yeah,
yes,
life is life.
yes,
life is life.
yeah.
His job
God
sent him to
willing.
Boston this week, so
Okay. God willing, he's not wearing no New York outfits because I don't want him to get smacked around
Oh,
out there.
I didn't even
That'll be a
think about
horrible idea.
that.
well, on the low, he's a Red Sox fan, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Ugh.
Yeah,
But
I know.
okay.
But
I say that.
low
but
Uh-huh.
key.
not to interrupt, but do you remember that story? Just to go back really quick about the Pacers fan that was walking around Madison Square Garden with the jersey. He had
Hmm.
like a whole star treatment, and they flew him in to go see the game and
Yeah,
everything
game
like
four.
that.
Yes.
Yep, the firefighter.
Crazy.
Yep.
Yes.
So
Yes.
yeah,
He was a firefighter at that?
Yeah, yeah. Yo, dude,
All
they
that.
had
Yeah.
the whole. They greeted him at the airport. They
yeah, it
took
was
him
like
to the
star
firehouse.
treatment,
They gave him
VIP.
like a star treatment, like a little parade for him and everything, bro.
That shit was
All
crazy.
that energy, all that bad energy the Knicks fans did.
All because he
And
got
look
a
at them
garbage
now.
bag thrown at him.
Awful.
Yeah.
And,
Awful.
and one of my brother-in-laws went to school with him, high
Oh,
school with him.
really?
Yeah.
Wow. And he knows him personally. Like,
Well, I guess it's been years, but he just know that he just told us that he went to school with him. He's like, he
okay,
looked
okay.
familiar, and then he realized he saw the name. He's oh shit, he's the school. This is
Wow.
the kid he went to school with.
I saw all of that and I was like, wow. I didn't know he was a firefighter. And I was like, oh, damn, even the firefighters wanted to say, hey, come on down. Like, golly, like that's star
Yeah.
treatment. But he's a firefighter, so that
Yep.
makes sense. Look at that. All that good energy, like in the worst way, but great for him. He said,
Yeah.
"Yeah, smash me in the head with a trash can. It's all good, guys. You're doing me a favor.
You did
Thank
me
you."
a favor. Yeah.
I wonder where he sat at. I wonder if he was like second row, third row.
No,
He
I
probably
didn't
have
see pictures
he
of that,
probably
but he
had floor
probably
seats.
had
Stop
like
playing. Stop playing. He probably had floor seats.
Wow, that's fucking embarrassing. And we're
You know,
down 3-1, right?
yeah,
bro,
Jesus
bro.
Christ, y'all.
damn refs,
Unbelievable.
yo, damn refs.
So yeah, oh well, they
It's a
don't like us.
one-sided game.
They don't
Yeah,
like
it's
the
a
Knicks.
one-sided game, bro.
Yeah, the Knicks is always going through it. And let's see what happens tonight. God willing, we'll fight and fight. They said Carl Anthony Downs is going through it with a little knee issue. God
Yeah.
willing, they say, look, man, take this cortisone, stop fucking around, and get to it. Because this is it.
Yeah.
Take the steroid shot.
It's
You
do or
might take
die
pain.
today.
Yeah, like
After
this
today, it
is
might
it.
be Cancun anyway. So
Oh my
hopefully
God.
Yo,
not. Hopefully
Unbelievable.
not.
stop it.
Hopefully not.
Stop it. Stop it.
I
I
hope
believe
not.
though. I believe we could get it
I
done tonight.
believe. I think we can go the distance. I really, truly, hopefully, and believe that we can do
Mhm.
Knicks in 7, but they got to dig deep now. Dig deep now. It
Dog
is where it
fight.
is.
And I
Yep. Every game's been close to the wire. It's not like they blew us out.
They're not, they got blown out. Right, right. You're
Yeah,
absolutely right
except for
about
the
that.
right.
last one. But
Well, we should have been 3-2, point blank
exactly.
period. Should have been
Facts.
3-2.
Facts.
So, here we are. And like I said, before we start talking, the Knicks defense has been questionable because we're letting Halliburton, a guy who has one of the slowest releases probably in NBA history, shoot 12 three-pointers. That means there's an issue when he could shoot 12 of them shits. Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm not a coach. I've never played basketball before. So anyway, so listen, y'all, before we start our talk, where can they find us, Steph? Oracle, let them
Absolutely.
know.
Absolutely. So 20 Talk Podcast, we're here on Restream and we're talking about everything movies. We're talking about pop culture. We're talking about music, everything. Because we want to keep up and want to keep you updated. You can find us on Facebook, X, on Threads, IG, YouTube, on Twitch, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. And again, find us on wherever you can find us. Collaborate. You want to come join us? Talk to us. We want to know. We want to keep you, and we want to know the tea. So let's keep it going.
Let's keep going.
Before
And
we
we're
start,
fighting.
before we start,
Yes.
there's a video of you remember Family Matters when Urkel stopped playing basketball.
Yes. Did you
And
see
then
that?
they showed the Halliburton playing the same style as Urkel.
Same style. Just at 6'5".
It's hilarious. Same moves
Yeah.
and though.
I
Hilarious.
saw it. Yeah, I saw it. I was like, I said, no, this is not AI, because I remember the Family Matters like it was yesterday. One of my favorite episodes when he played basketball. That's crazy. That's crazy. So hold on. Is it safe to say if Urkel was 6'4", maybe league? Maybe? Oh, now we gotta find Jaleel White and ask him one day.
Right. We need to talk to him.
Oh my God, that's
That's
crazy.
that's nuts.
Unbelievable. I love it though. But no, now let's talk about what we need to talk about. Memorial Weekend has no, excuse me. Before we start about Memorial Weekend and the whole, great weekends. I know you guys had a great weekend as well. Some sad news. Steph, if you would like to share with us.
Yeah, sure. Ed Gale, the actor known for playing the doll Chucky, and Howard the Duck died at 61. He died yesterday. They haven't really said anything about what are the causes is, but they're still doing an investigation. But he's very famous for Howard the Duck and for playing Chucky. So here's my little background, because I love Howard the Duck. I mean, that's a cult classic right there.
Classic.
Classic. Love me some Howard the Duck, but
Yep.
I just don't fucks with the doll.
Why not?
That is just I don't.
What do you do?
All right. I'll make my story brief because this is what it is, right? So
Okay.
it all stems down to childhood trauma, right? So I want to say, yeah, we're just gonna break it down like that. I'm probably
Okay.
about maybe 6, 7, 8 years old,
Mhm.
and the first Chucky comes out.
Yep.
So my mom, love her to death, but she annoys the shit out of me when it comes to these things. She used to hang the dolls on the wall. She used to have them like in a row, perfectly aligned. She hang them
Wait, the
all.
Chucky dolls?
I'm getting there. Getting there. So she used to align teddy bears, Cabbage Patch, all aligned on the wall, right? Beautifully decorated on the wall. A doll wall. Okay.
Mhm.
So one day, I'm falling asleep. Like I fell asleep in my room or whatever the case may be. All of a sudden, my dad comes into the room or whatever the case may be. And I see the Chucky doll laying down next to me. So now, not only do I see this whole full wall of dolls, okay? Now I see this Chucky doll next to me, sleeping next to me. Got me fucked up.
Wow. How old were you?
I was maybe 6, 7.
Oh.
I'm trying to think. I probably was maybe a little bit older. Let me see. Let me go back. Let me see how old I was, because we're
Oh
talking.
my God. Now,
Yeah,
okay.
so-
Came
makes
out.
sense
Chucky
now.
came out like in the 90s.
Yeah, early 90s, right?
Or probably before that. Yeah, early
No,
90s.
80, like 89 or something like
That's
that.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
late
That's what I'm
80s, yeah.
saying. Yeah, I wasn't like a big kid. I was like, I was kind of small.
we were little. Yep.
So my man, he done fucked me up, and
Wow.
therapy, like the whole
Wow.
like spirit stuff and like possession and the hanging dolls, and I couldn't sleep. It was just it got me good. So yeah, I just never watched another Chucky movie after that. And I'm 42 years old, and I'm not ashamed to say how old I am. I
Right.
never fucks with the Chucky movie. And I'm okay with horror.
Right.
Not near it.
And then when I came along, I slept over her house. We started dating. I put the doll on her bed.
Wow. You guys' love is so
She woke up
unique.
screaming, bro.
You guys' love is so unique, yo. It's unexplainable. Like, why would you do that? What made you say, I think this is a great idea?
He thought it was a great idea at the time.
Yeah.
I was ready to
Wow.
break up with him.
But I think you didn't tell me the story
I didn't
until after.
until afterwards. So he didn't know.
Hold on. Let's rewind real quick. So he decided out the blue. His spirit says, "Yo, I'm gonna play this trick on my girlfriend."
I
At
think
the
the movie
time,
came out around that time when he did it, because there was
uh-huh.
like a new series that came out or
Like the
whatever.
bride of
The
Chucky or
Bride or
something.
something. So it was
Oh,
like,
the right.
so it was like a new thing that was coming up, and he's like, "Oh, you want to go
Okay.
watch?" I was like, "Nah, I'm good. I'm chilling. I don't want to talk about it." So he didn't know about that story at that point, because I didn't feel
Wow.
the
What
need to talk about it. Like, it wasn't that serious. I was like, whatever.
Okay.
And then he decided to have this bright idea,
That's
and then
hilarious, right?
that was that. I was like,
That's hilarious. That right there would have freaked me out.
it
By the
did.
way, that the first Child's Play came out in '88.
See,
Yeah, it came
and I
out
was
in
born in
'88.
'83, so you
Right.
figure
That
that.
yeah. The math is math. Definitely
The
math.
man, I was like, so
And and it's like I always say, with in regards to certain age when people are passing on. 61 to me is really young.
oh
Um,
yeah, for sure.
they didn't say the reason why. I was
I'm
trying to
trying
look
to
it up.
think. I was reading it really, like, I was just going through it. I'm trying to think because they said it was sudden. So, possibilities, if it's sudden, it could be a heart attack, anything
But
like
could we
Mhm.
that. But
say
they
he had a
really
short
did,
life?
Come
you
on,
fucked up for that.
come on, man. Why?
You
But why?
not
What
yet.
do you? Why?
Not
I think he could
ever.
have waited a
Too
week.
soon. Too soon.
Too
I think
soon.
I think he's
I
laughing in heaven. I think he'd be like, "Yeah, I ain't
fucking
gonna lie,
hate
dog.
you, bro. I
I think he's
fucking
saying
hate.
dirty. I ain't gonna
I
lie.
hate. I
Mr. Villain."
hate you. What you did to me. I just hate it. In general, just I hate it. Y'all are
But
wrong.
yes. We can honestly say that though. 61 is young, man.
Yeah, I'm mad young
61
for
is
that.
young to me. I see a lot of 61-year-olds who don't look 61 who's doing the damn thing. And unfortunately, some 61 who are going through it, and that's just health. You know what I mean? That's just taking care of yourself. You
Yeah.
know. But let's talk about real quick how the duck. Like, remember that movie? Did he get laid? I was like, yeah, I think when he smashed
What?
the white,
You threw me off with that question with bestiality. I'm like, what?
it's like,
That shit
yo,
threw me
when he got them human
Wait a
buns.
off. Wait a minute.
Never broke down and established how you had a duck just walking around chilling,
Okay,
but
hold on.
he
Hold
just
on.
went
With his
into.
duck
Hold
bill.
on. Hold
I
on. Hold
remember
on.
that
Hold
scene
on. All
clearly. I
right.
was like, I think Money getting buns. like Howie, like Money was a pimp, yo.
Exactly.
Money was
Birds of the
cool
same
with it,
feather,
yo.
they flock together, baby.
Oh my God. I'm- So we're just condoning bestiality here, and this is what we're doing. Got
Oh
it.
no, we're
Okay.
not condoning it. We're not condoning it. Don't ever
Okay.
say that. I
I
think
was
that's
like,
highly illegal. Like,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
But I
So,
think to answer the question as simply as we can, it's
uh-huh.
movies. We
Okay.
can build the fantasy. We can
Oh,
imagine what happens behind the scenes or whatever. Like, it happened.
right.
We
Right.
don't
It did
speak of
happen.
it. It just
Right.
occurred.
You just leave it alone.
Just it
Like, let's
occurred.
just stay here.
Like, like, I don't need a scene.
You
Like, I mean, they try to give us a scene, and then it was
Right.
like, I was like,
Right.
okay.
Right. A lot was going on there. A lot was
A
going
lot of
on.
unsaid things happen, bro. We're just
Oh
gonna
my
leave
god.
it at that.
Oh
We're
my
not
god.
messing with the legacy.
No, let's leave it alone. God willing, in real life, they wasn't wilding out with the duck and the pretty blonde and all of that good stuff. So,
Oh my
but
God.
man, R.I.P. to Ed Geldo. Again, it is 61. I'm gonna say it again. It's young.
Yeah.
It's young,
So
man.
too
Take care
young.
of your health. Take care of yourself, man. Love yourself always. Steph, what else we got going on?
Talking about the the, the Last of
What?
Us season finale, because I'm just over it.
Ah,
So it just finished this Sunday over the Memorial Day weekend, which we'll definitely talk about. We'll talk about budget and stuff like that. But
okay.
I just had to make a note out there. I was like, I kind of stopped watching it a few episodes ago.
Who's your daddy?
Okay.
Who's your daddy?
That shit got me fucked up. When I
Mm.
saw that last episode, I was just like, are we really going in that direction? And I don't
Uh-huh.
ever remember seeing it in the game.
Okay.
So after that, I was like, I'm good. I haven't watched it since.
Mm.
I was like, I'm good.
Okay.
Oh, and
Okay.
then when I saw after the show, you had like the little credits, and then it show you like the making of whatever, like a little synopsis. It was a
Mhm.
female director.
Don't you say it. Don't you say it.
I'm like, figures.
See, he said it.
What happened? What is it? What did the female director have to do with anything?
Because the episode was so cheesy, and then on top of that, like
Oh,
the
whoa.
producers
See, and that's why I
justified.
said
They
don't say it.
justified. Listen, the producers justified the reasoning for that line. I'm like,
So
get the
And
what?
fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of
Really?
here.
what was
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
justification
what was
for
the
it?
And that,
justification?
oh, it would have been great if she would have said this. You know, like they made it seem like it was a cool thing to do. Get the fuck out of here.
Okay, this is my eye.
Wow.
In the words of
What's
Ern,
the side
to go
eye?
kick rocks. You're living under a rock.
Living under
Man,
a rock.
please.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You
So
know, I think when it comes to the adaptations for the game,
Mhm.
if the game is great, you don't have to steer away from it. Just stick
Right.
with the
Listen,
fucking story.
because of this, they lost half their viewership.
Really?
Yes,
Literally half?
literally.
Oh, so it's only gonna be 3 seasons then.
Well, and
You guys were
just
right.
one of my buddies confirmed to me that it's going to be 4.
Oh, it is okay.
Yeah. So from what, just a little quick thing. This one we see Ellie side. Next season is going to be the whole Abby side, the whole point of view of everything that leads up to where they are, and then
Okay.
season 4 is going to be like the whole final battle between both of them. Like
Okay.
I thought it was going to finish because exactly where it finished right now, exactly where she needs to be in the game. So this is, I was like, oh, they getting there quick. You know, all the whole shit.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So, but other than
So-
that, like after that episode, it did get better. But
Okay.
overall, I give it like a 7 out of 10. Season
Okay,
2.
for the entire season?
Yeah. But if I was to individually rate episodes, I would like the episodes after that, they were pretty good. They were decent.
Okay.
I'll give it like 8s.
Okay, so so overall 7 out of 10 is still really good.
I
That's a
mean,
really
my
strong
thing
show.
is that when the first 2 episodes that were there, they were like great.
Oh, good,
Again,
yeah.
they were a slow burn, but just to kind of get to the point where we're at. I mean, Joe died, and I'm
Mhm.
like the zombie wall. Like I'm like, this is Game of Thrones shit. I'm like, great. Then you go into this pivotal downfall when you talk about, oh, I'm gonna be a daddy now. Why are we what?
Jeez.
Focus on the fucking story. Like
Right.
seriously. Focus on the
Right.
story. And talking about sticking to the script, Lilo and Stitch is another fucking gripe I got. But moving on.
It's like
Memorial Day weekend was the time to go out and enjoy movies and shows with your friends and family. But
okay.
we about to dig in. So
Let's dig into it. So look, at the end of the day, swipe right for the season finale. The show overall for The Last of Us, still pretty cool. Swipe right or swipe left?
I can't make an adjustment. I say right to the first 2 episodes. I haven't finished the season. I'll see if I'll finish the season. I'll see.
Okay.
Because there's so many other things that I can watch.
Okay, because I've heard other people talk about the show overall. I had a friend who's looking at the season finale or watching it, and but he likes that show. He's tuned into it. So in 4 seasons of all, if you guys don't know, is you get to the residuals when you get 4 seasons. So they're gonna, like I was telling you, Dre, and Party, like they're gonna get to their 4 seasons if anything,
of course,
right? Like 3 seasons.
Then I'd be wrong if I didn't give it a chance too. Like I'd be wrong to sit here and be like, I'm not gonna give it a chance. You get annoyed, you lose your viewership when you don't see how the show is aligned with what everything else is. But you still got to give it a chance to kind of give it an overall. So I will give it a chance, just not right now.
Okay. No, that's fair. That's fair to say. Like, there's a lot of shows out there. Like I said, we were talking about shows, period. And before we get into Lilo and Stitch, we're in the middle of some of our favorite shows that are gone, and we gotta wait till freaking fall. So again, we gotta find, to the viewers, we gotta let us know some shows, man, that's out there that we just don't know about. We don't know about it all. You know what I mean? So yeah. So now let's just dive into an article. Like, your energy went left for Lilo and Stitch. First, let's talk about the box office. Let's talk about how much money they made so far. Lilo and Stitch so far, 4-day weekend, Memorial already made $341.7 million.
What a pretty penny
worldwide. So they're gonna make probably a lot of money.
Yeah,
a lot of money. Probably gonna make 800 million or so, or whatever.
Yep, the budget was 100 million for Lilo and Stitch. That's it.
Oh wow. Okay,
so they already multiplied it by 4 already, almost by 4.
Right,
That's crazy.
right. And that's probably only for
Really?
Lilo
Is
running
it really
around
that
going crazy.
crazy? Is it really that crazy because
I
it's
was
Disney?
surprised Disney.
No,
Yeah, that's what I'm
no.
saying.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, like Disney got to do what Disney does, right? Like, look,
Yeah,
we didn't create these little animals just to make a few dollars. We created them so we could make the kids bother the parents and get us there to the movie, mom, dad,
right.
ASAP. You know what I mean? And let's get to it. And so here we are, $341 million 4-day weekend. So
Whoop.
that means it's gonna make, if that made it that and you're estimating it, you're probably gonna make a billion plus.
Is
You know what
that
I mean?
domestic or is that worldwide?
That's worldwide.
Yeah,
Woo!
worldwide is 392 and domestic is
Wow.
97 domestic.
Oh, okay. So so it's gonna make a billion overall, which we knew that already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like
we kind of expected it.
looking at the trailer, we was like, yeah, it's cute. Baby girl is so cute. I don't know her name. She's adorable. I was like, oh, this movie's going to win real quick. You know what I mean? They're like a dynamic duo right now. So that was easily going to happen. So now what I want to know is, Steph, we'll start with you. What's going on with the movie? Like,
So, so
what happened?
we took the kids to go see Lilo and Stitch, and it was our initial reaction. It was like, oh, this is going to be great. It's going to be, we're going to see characters that we love through Lilo and Stitch. But it's just like it kind of set me up again.
Hmm.
I was expecting to kind of have certain characters were supposed to stick out, right?
Hmm.
And for Lilo and for Stitch, they're the main stars. Yes,
Hmm. Right,
we
right.
get that, right?
Hmm.
But I felt like the storyline, if it just followed the same formula like it did on the cartoon, I felt like it
Okay.
would have been more successful in a sense that if you don't fuck with the storyline, you keep for who what happened.
Oh, he bounced. He don't want to hear. He don't want to
You don't
hear
want to
about.
hear about Lilo and Stitch.
He don't want to hear about Lilo.
You don't want to hear
Hey,
shit
sorry
about
about
Lilo and
that, y'all.
Stitch.
Nah, nah. I had to fix myself. No, keep going, keep going, keep going.
So
No, but you're right though. But keep going, please.
right. So in a sense of like, if if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
Right,
I mean,
right.
if there's a great storyline, why change it up? And I feel the reason why they changed it up was to appeal to the audience. I'm like, but who are you appealing to? You're appealing to us, the old ones, the old
Mhm.
heads that
Yeah, but
Mhm.
remember
but, but then
seeing
they also modernized it too. They added cell phones in the mix and everything.
right.
Okay.
So I had to modernize it, but at the same time, like you said, they should have kept it to the script. And there were certain characters missing, certain stuff that were a lot better and funnier in the cartoon version.
Right.
It
And there
wasn't.
was a
Mhm.
lot, yeah, a lot of key parts that were missing that like the shark character was not in there.
Yeah,
And I was just like,
yep, yep, my man Gantu. I was
Gantu,
like,
like where is he?
yo, where was
Where
he?
he
Where was
at?
he?
He's not
Really,
there.
He wasn't in the fucking
really.
movie.
I said, where he at?
What, you really thought they was gonna bring this shark maniac
Well,
looking
they
No,
monster?
took
because
the
well,
ugly
technically,
fucking Russian scientist,
because
and he didn't even
technically,
have a Russian accent.
Oh wow.
yeah, and it was that guy, Galifianakis.
Anaphylaxis coming in
So, but
with his
getting back to my man Gantu, the
Uh-huh.
Federation sent him to go retrieve Lilo when the other guys
Uh-huh.
failed, and the Federation went, but then he didn't. We didn't see no shark.
I was waiting for the shock.
I was waiting for my man Gantu, man.
I was waiting on him. I was like, where
Wow.
my man at? I was like, what happened? So then the kids like recognized it too. It's like, Mom, where's the shark? And I said, I'm still waiting.
I thought we were gonna
Wow.
see him.
I thought they were gonna come through, and I was like, oh, it's going the carrot gonna go look good. Nothing.
Right.
He didn't even show up. He wasn't invited to the party.
So did you feel like, looking at this movie, did you feel like you thought it was going to be similar to Sonic the Hedgehog, where they
Mhm.
just kept bringing the characters in, part one, part two, part three? Like, so do you think moving forward, it might, in part two, they might be like, yo, let's bring the shark in now, this big monster, or
You know,
whatever his name is,
Disney.
part of adding to it.
I always say
Maybe it wasn't in the
Disney.
budget.
I fucking can't stand it.
100
Really?
million.
They don't.
Really?
Disney
Fucking
don't
A
have
lot
the
of
Disney?
budget.
You
CGI,
think Disney's gonna have fucking budget problems? Come on now.
Crazy. That's
Um.
insane if that's true.
Okay.
But we know
Okay.
it's not.
Here's my comment to that. So
Uh-huh.
Disney is always playing chess, right?
Okay.
So they're always thinking 5, 10, 20 steps ahead to see how they can keep relevant. So, like
Mhm.
Dirty said, that they incorporated cell phones, they incorporated text messages, they incorporated all these things and kind of to keep relevant with the current audience, what's happening right now, right? So we're going dating back 15, 16 years ago. We didn't have the same capacities, we didn't have the same, Facebook, whatever the case may be. Same
Mhm.
shit with basketball, when they said when the last time the Knicks won, they didn't have Facebook or whatever the case may be. So I think for them to keep relevant, that's why they did the updates, but they didn't
Right.
even really put Elvis in there. Elvis
Mhm.
was this is Honolulu, this is Hawaii. Why
Right.
isn't he in here more? They put
Right.
it at the end credits.
Right.
I was like, what?
Right.
So I think what they did do is that they did highlight the best parts of it when, um, when Lilo and Stitch first meet, when Lilo uses Stitch as a record player. Like those are the highlights that you see throughout the movie that they did try to, work with. But
Weren't they doing in the cartoon? Wasn't Lilo playing Elvis? Wasn't he
he
dressed up like
was,
Elvis? Yeah.
yeah, he was just up like Elvis at the
Right.
end of the credits.
Right. Right.
Like, okay.
All right,
That was
I'm reading up right now about why Gantu wasn't in there. The
okay.
director said that it didn't mesh well with the live action, and the person that played him, that was actually hired to play him, it's Kevin Michael Richardson. He's the one who
Mhm.
plays the genie in Aladdin in the Broadway show.
Oh, okay.
So he was supposed to play Gantu.
But it didn't mesh well. Like,
Yeah,
so you do Sonic the Hedgehog with no problem, but like it's CGI. So I don't agree. I didn't
because
have to see the
Gantu was
movie.
one of those things that just didn't work so well in live action. We
Mhm.
explored it a bit, but ultimately we had to make the decision. And I
So
also
he
do
didn't
stand
translate
by that
well.
decision. Cause I think it would have been awesome.
Right.
Man, you
Right.
talking about he didn't translate well into the live
Right.
action? That
Right.
ugly scientist didn't
Mhm.
translate for me either because he should have been fatter.
Taller, bigger.
He, he should have been like
He
this, and he
should have
should
been
have had an accent.
he should have been
Experiment
colossal, not
six
the
to
X Men.
six. Like we're
Experiment
not.
626.
Yeah, experiment 6 to 6. We're not like I didn't hear that. Like what?
Uh-huh.
Really? Come on. It's the
Wow.
recipe for Disney movies. The same thing when they try to reenact Lion King. The same thing they try to
Aladdin.
reenact Aladdin. Like
Mhm.
it doesn't work. The only one I
Right.
think that was more successful in working was Lion King, and I
Right.
think that was because you can't steer
It stuck
away
true to the
from
story.
yes,
Right.
and then I think that's why it worked.
Right.
That's why I think it worked. And Aladdin steered away, and it wasn't as successful.
What
I
about the
Right.
mean,
Little
they still
Mermaid? I didn't watch it. You watched it?
no. See, Little Mermaid stepped away, but because they made it up with the musical and they made it with the singing and they did it, it made
Yeah.
sense and it aligned
Right.
and it made it relevant. That's
Right.
why it was successful. Because Little Mermaid sings. If you're gonna bring in somebody that can't sing, you're messing up Little Mermaid. Point blank.
Right.
You need to
Right.
bring in the story. If you're gonna keep it relevant, there's a reason why you keep it relevant, but you don't remove characters. Why?
Right. Right.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's what I'm saying. So Lilo and Stitch, I think they missed the boat when they figured out, oh, we're not gonna incorporate all these characters. I'm like, but that was the whole point. But it
Yeah.
didn't align with your brand. It didn't align with the story. How? How? Who's capturing Stitch?
Yeah. Overall, yeah. It's
Overall, I'm like
Experiment 626.
experiment 6 to 6. I didn't hear no accent. I
at
like
all.
really. Come on,
They
but
just
that's
did.
me. I'm a stickler.
Right. 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 Well, you
I'm
got
a
the right to be because you've seen the
In the
animation back
original.
then
Yeah.
too,
yeah.
and you're like, you know what, this was cool. Like, and when you're thinking about so many movies that you want to see live action, or you just be like, don't do it. Let's say for example, like we're still trying to see if it could happen, but it's so tough, and they tried it, like Dragon Ball Z. It did not work well at
Right.
all. I
No, it
mean,
didn't trend.
it was just like, yeah, what are you like? First of all, why is Goku in high school? It was just like, yo, what do we like? We you
Was
failed,
that was that
you
the
know?
one that
We
was with
whitewashed it.
no, no,
Oh,
no.
They did.
Um
yeah,
no, but then
absolutely,
we can
absolutely,
go into a whole
the whole
category
thing.
about whitewashing, but I just want to go back the oh my god, I forgot his name. He was Aaron Paul, correct? That was the
Oh,
one,
was that
right?
Aaron Paul?
Yeah,
No, it
from
was not Aaron
Get
Paul.
out of here!
Dragon Ball Z? Was
No,
that
it was
the
not.
movie?
No.
What was it then? Correct me. Do your
Hold
research cuz
on, I'm
I
looking at it
feel
right
like it
now.
It,
did.
No, it wasn't Aaron Paul. It was somebody else.
I'm trying to look for it right now. Dragon Ball. Shoot, I'm trying to figure out what that year that came on. But if that's Aaron Paul, then wow.
No, it's not. It's not him.
Oh, it's not.
He
You see it?
he was in some bro. Prove me wrong. Look for the receipts. He
I'm
was
looking
in
for the
some
receipt.
sort of form of Dragon Ball Z in some sort of movie, and it didn't work well.
It is Justin Chatwin was Goku.
Oh, okay.
It was.
Okay.
It
So what
wasn't
was Aaron Paul in then?
not Dragon Ball Z.
What was he in then?
Aaron Paul overall on Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Like
No.
he's fit.
But in that sense of character, like I feel like I saw him.
Let me see. I didn't know he was in a any like
Nah, he
superhero type
wasn't
movie.
any. Look here now.
Guys. I know I'm not
I'm
going
looking for it
crazy.
now. I'm looking
You're
for it
not El
now.
Camino, Need for Speed,
Mhm.
Central Intelligence, Mission
Invincible.
Impossible 3.
He plays the voice in Invincible. Powerplex. But
Yeah,
that's pretty much it.
and Help, I'm a Fish.
Mhm. Help, I'm a fish.
Nothing anime stuff. He was not
Nah.
Robot Chicken.
No, anime. He was in Incredible. He played Powerplex.
But yeah, but talking about
Voiceover.
like Dragon Ball Z or Yu-Gi-Oh. Nothing. He was in
A
none of that.
real live action. No,
Yeah.
no, he's not. He's not
This is
there
gonna
In
yet.
terms of
bother
like
me.
video game adaptation, Need for Speed. That's it.
Okay,
Okay. I
and he's
really
waiting.
thought it was him.
Right. But case in point, a movie like Dragon Ball Z was like there's certain movies you just if you're gonna make a movie like that, to be honest, first you can't whitewash it. You know what I mean? Because you're gonna ruin it. We know the character's gotta be Asian, right? For Dragon Ball Z. Stay there. Piccolo needs to be green, point blank, period. Don't make a bad guy Piccolo black or white. Like, no, he needs to be green because he's from Namek, etc., etc. Frieza has to have a tail no matter how you fix it, find a way. You got to make it like
Make
that,
it work.
and that's why
Make it
it's
work.
tough to make.
Yeah.
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 So Lilo and Stitch should have had that character in there, period. Like,
Period.
no, bring that character to, people are fans of it. You made the little dolls of it. Like, keep it there. I mean, you made Sonic the Hedgehog, so what's the problem?
They made an
So
executive decision.
they made an executive decision.
Experiment 626 has been eliminated.
Yeah. And look, 341.7 million. They know they're gonna make $1 billion anyway. So they're just like, yeah,
Yeah.
we're good.
Yeah,
We're
fine.
good.
Don't need
You know
it.
what I mean? Within themselves, though, if you watch the show I told you guys about Studio, with Seth
Seth
Rogen,
Rogen. Yeah.
they make fun of themselves. They'll say, yeah, it's gonna make probably 800 million, but that movie sucks, right? That's what they do in that show. It's hilarious. You gotta watch it. So but to us, the viewers overall, it's like, nah, we're good. It made $1 billion. We're successful. Let's go party in Vegas.
And move forward.
know?
But I
Yeah,
think
and move
the other
forward.
thing too is like when you're talking about whitewashing and stuff like that. I remember something you mentioned about Scarlett Johansson about Ghost in the Machine, I think, or Ghost of Toshiba.
No, Ghost in the Shell.
Ghost in the Shell.
Ghost in the Shell. Sorry, my
Mhm.
apologies. So I think
Mhm.
again, like we have to kind of highlight and say, hey, this is important. We want to stick
Right.
to the story or the game, Last of Us. You want to stick to, how it works. If it works, it works.
Yeah.
Why do we steer away
Yeah.
from that? So I feel like, don't get me wrong, it was a night out. The kids had fun, but even the kids mentioned it. It was like, Ma, who's this? Where is that? Do you remember this scene, Mom? This and this. I'm like, they were little when they saw it,
Mhm.
but they still
Mhm.
remember. And I'm like, but then the new people, not new people, but the new generation that's coming up that have never seen Lilo and
Mhm.
Stitch, it's a completely new experience for them. So they don't have anything bad to say because it was good in that sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But
And you know what? Stuff is going to continue to happen from time to
absolutely.
time anyway.
Absolutely.
We could have the best ideas, unless we're not buying it for ourselves to say, hey, give us a contract so we can make the movie
Right.
overall because we know what to do. Like, they're going to continue to say, nah, we'll be fine.
Yeah,
And then
we'll
you'll
be
be
all right.
like, damn, till it flops, till it successfully flops and say, damn, like, where did we go wrong? Like, really?
Right.
You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Like I said,
So,
Disney plays
his,
chess, so
mhm,
they gotta
right.
keep do what they gotta do and keep relevant. And they're still gonna
Yeah.
make their money. They're still gonna make their paper,
Yeah. Yeah, they
regardless.
got some. They're decent at chess. They ain't perfect. They're decent. They're trying to get back to becoming chess champions of the movie world. So
Grandmasters.
they're waiting for Marvel, right? For a Marvel movie. I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah.
So I got a question before we go into the next movement. Swipe left, swipe right. Let's go with Dre.
Um, Swipe left, straight to. It should have went straight to DVD. Stream.
Wow.
I wasn't gonna be that wicked. I was gonna still
Movie.
say swipe right. I was still was gonna
Okay.
say swipe right.
I
But if
was okay.
you
You
took a
want to
you,
rate a score? I would say 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10.
okay,
Okay.
Out of 10.
it's not a 0.
It's not a
No.
0.
I give it a 7. 7 out of 10.
I'll just wait to stream
Okay.
it.
It's not Snow White, right?
Oh, talk
Jeez.
about Snow White.
Whoa!
There was a thing that because she kind of got outside of Hollywood. She's doing OnlyFans.
The girl?
Whoa! Go back. Get what?
Wait. What
Go.
kind of OnlyFans? Remember,
I
OnlyFans
don't
does a
know.
lot of stuff, so we don't want to call her out her name or that. Come on now.
Go back. Go
What?
back. Say it one
Uh-huh.
more time. So you're saying that the star of Snow
There was an
White.
article that I saw on Instagram that says she's blacklisted from Hollywood now because of everything that happened in Snow White.
Okay, but what
Um,
happened in Snow White?
because of her views and political views and all this stuff,
Got it. Right.
she
From
got pretty much ran
blacklisted.
through the mud.
Okay.
And then
All right. So that goes back to
Jeez.
what does that go back to? Little Mermaid, same thing. People were very upset that Ariel was black. Point blank.
Right.
Talent is talent, right? Does it
Right.
really matter how you cast? As long as you stick to the fucking story.
Right.
Like that, I mean, there was an uproar for Chloe Bailey. So it's just like, and she was pregnant at the time, or she
yeah,
was
but she was getting slack for it because of the character's
right.
color
Just
of the
because
Color.
she's black. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It
mean,
is black.
just
It's
just
it is
black.
what it is.
It
Right?
is
You
what
just
it
say
is.
It's just,
Let's just say
you
what
know,
it is.
like it don't matter how
It wasn't political views into this. It was just because she was black.
Yeah.
right. Let's
But
keep
what I'm
it
saying
political
is just
for
like
them.
you got to take into consideration everybody has different political views, however the case may be. But if the movie or the show is still a success, based
Mhm.
on that, you should still give the character its flowers. I mean, you can't just.
Mhm.
It's the same thing with Jonathan Majors. I mean, there was alleged stuff going on, and they just blacklist
It
people. Like,
wasn't alleged.
I don't know. Listen, I wasn't there. I
Mhm.
don't know.
No, they
Right.
got the videos.
They
Oh,
got
do
the
they?
video.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
got the
Damn.
video.
he was
He was guilty. He was
innocent
guilty. Yeah.
by all counts, but for some
He was
reason,
innocent or not innocent?
no, he was innocent.
See?
He was innocent.
See?
He was innocent. Like he ran from her. Like I gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
She's
see?
He was
chasing
defending.
him.
Yeah, but all the videos that they showed was showing his whatever he did, the aftermath, but not the other
Mhm.
person.
What the other way around? So,
Yeah,
all right.
him
So
running
what
away
about Snow
wasn't
White?
good
She's
enough.
But by then the
see?
damage was done already. The damage was done. He was already
Right.
got blacklisted from Hollywood and stuff, and
Just
nobody wanted to work for him.
bullshit. It's
Right.
bullshit anyway. But
And just to do a quick update, Rachel Zegler, this updated 10 hours ago. She does not have an OnlyFans.
Oh, she does. All right, so it's
No.
false.
False. Yeah,
False
We're set
information.
with-
Sorry,
with-
guys. Sorry, guys.
yeah. She's
Fake
been doing it for a
news.
minute.
Fake news.
Yeah, she's been
Fake
doing it
news.
she's- well, you got to understand that she's gonna be fine. Like the movie sucks, but she's been in the West Side Story. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
that was
And the
before
Hunger
that.
Game.
yeah,
Yeah,
it was
she's.
before that. Yeah. So she's
But
chilling.
after that,
I'm just saying she's the actors to a degree is gonna be fine. Like one
Right.
bad movie won't destroy them completely. You know what I mean? It takes X amount bad movies for you to be like, yo, you're making the wrong decision. This is 3 to 4 movies in a row. Like I think we're good because it's a
Right.
check. You know what I mean? Like if you're getting, like for example, if I start in the movies and I'm like, yo, I've never seen $500,000 before in one sitting, and then do it 3 times in a row when three movies are back. I can't. Yeah, I'm just acting, guys. But they're gonna take wind of that. Like, yeah, you just grabbing a check
Right.
compared to making a really good movie. You
Right.
know, so she'll be fine. The next movement, because she got a movement, they're gonna be like, yo, wait it out, be cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're gonna find you a dope show or a dope movie to be in
Just be
all the
patient.
time because you're a good actor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
it's crazy because
So,
I'm looking right now. It said that they re-released Snow White in the theaters 2 weeks ago, and it only sold 17 tickets. People are really boycotting this girl.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then they released the her new movie on BBC or show. It's called Evita. It
Mhm.
says let's see where is it. It said it bombed in the box office.
Damn.
Mm. And that's a movie we would have to see, right? without worrying about political views to be and to come back and say this movie was awesome or this movie was bad. We're good. Like, you know what I mean?
It says
So
Rachel Zegler unhireable after Evita box office struggle.
That's just insane, bro.
that's wild.
That's just wild,
That's
bro.
wild, Joe. You know
You know,
what I
I
mean?
feel
About
like
getting canceled.
yo,
Right.
fucking
Yeah.
cancel. Is that
Yeah.
the right term now? Is
Yeah,
that what we're
getting
using?
canceled. Yep.
Cancel? Get
Yeah,
canceled?
Yeah,
they're still getting
yeah,
canceled.
that's the
Yeah.
term. Yep.
Right.
Blacklisted, canceled. Dang.
And it says here she has expressed support for the Palestinian cause and also had criticized Donald Trump and his supporters, leading to some backlash from conservative audience, and so on and so on. You already know what it is.
Yeah.
Well, like, as for people who have a voice, they can say what they want to say, but be clear, they got people around them to say, yo, don't you ruin your money.
Yeah.
Do not ruin your money because you need to say this. You know what I mean? There's a time and place for everywhere to
Absolutely.
say something. You know what I mean?
Just
But don't be.
retire. Wait till your 60s and then say whatever the fuck
But
you
it
want.
doesn't matter then.
Yeah, well, I
Yeah,
already
but
got all the money already. I can say whatever the fuck I
No,
want.
what happens is when people have a platform, right, and they
Mm.
feel the need to say something, they're gonna sometimes just say it. But then, like
Right.
Ern was saying, that if you have your team around you, be like, "Yo, I don't think it's a good idea,"
Right.
but they're gonna
Right.
go and proceed anyway. They can't control what they're gonna do or what they're
The
gonna
same thing
say.
happened to Gina Carano. Like in
Same
Right.
thing.
Mandalorian.
Same
Yeah.
thing.
And
You
she
got
didn't,
Fact.
and
fucking
I don't even think she said anything that was like bad,
crazy.
just crazy.
I don't
Right.
even think it was anything out of pocket either.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's just, whoever, what it is too, it's, you got to understand the moment, when people are asking certain questions, you'll be like, nah, next question. This is the point. Next question. Right now we're just happy to be here.
Yeah, I don't have anything
I don't
to.
know. I
I
think
have nothing to
Let's do it, all
comment
that.
I
and
feel
move
like
Yeah.
forward.
sometimes people forget that we live in a country where we have freedom of speech, like it's, and we get vindicated for saying what we want, like what we feel.
Well, does that apply
Well,
to both sides of the party? Is it
right.
applied to the people? If you're on the right side, however,
Everybody
whatever
thinks they're
the
right.
party.
The left think they're right. The right thinks they're right. The middle thinks
No,
they're
but
right.
that's what I'm saying.
Right.
If it's okay for you to have a freedom of speech, is it only because of the benefit of you or because of the benefit of others? Because you could go ahead and you could have your opinion. Anybody trying to tell you what you can't do, but that doesn't mean you ain't gonna be vindicated or be viewed as a
Exactly.
fucking villain.
Yeah.
You can say whatever the hell you want.
You might be 100% right. And
You
it's
can
like,
be
well,
correct on
right.
every basis and
Mhm.
aspect, but it's all about perception, my man. Because it's
Right.
like at the end of
Yep.
the day,
In this country, in
it's
these
social
United
media
States,
runs the
of
fucking country.
America.
I don't care what anybody says. Social media
Yeah.
runs this country, and it
Mhm.
could be covered in facts or it can be covered in false. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter. At the end of the fucking day,
Yeah.
it's about perception. Okay. And if
And
you over here,
Rachel was both of them.
you running your mouth and you talking shit, like you probably have no business to talk about or have no inkling of what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah. And it just, and then now it sucks because right or wrong, you're giving your opinion. You know what I mean? Unless you're just giving, if it's facts, it's like, oh, this is facts. Now, if it's completely wrong, it's completely wrong. But at the end of the day, she had to apologize. It's like, yo, do not say something, like listen to yourself speak 100% fold before you gotta be like, I gotta apologize. Because it makes it even worse when you gotta apologize.
Yeah,
I don't care
because
what you're
then that
talking about.
that means you didn't really,
Right.
believe
You
what you said in the first place.
right. You just going by the energy and just like, oh, and by the way, Trump is wrong. It's just like, whoa. Palestine. Whoa.
Whoa,
Like, yo,
exactly.
dude.
That's
And
not
but Dre
stay in your
is right.
space.
Right. But Dre's right too, as well. You see how we're going back and forth, like, 6-7 years down the line, talk about that after. We don't right now eat, because the
Exactly.
movies,
You don't know
and
when your
being a
career's gonna be
show,
done.
exactly, just like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
In a second, you'll be like, yo, what happened to such and such? What happened to such as you? I haven't seen her in like him or in 8 years, like that. And you'd be like, damn, you know what I mean? Like
Take
just
it.
like that. Yeah.
She
Experiment
probably thought
626, you have been eliminated.
exactly. So she probably
They
thought
didn't
she
do
was
nothing
gonna be
wrong.
good by saying what she said, and look, now she's
Right.
like
Mm-hmm.
they messing with her bag, like
Yeah. And she did probably, some people do nothing wrong. It's this the movie business. It's moving so
Yeah.
fast. If you don't get locked into a real quick 3 to 4 roles or 2 movies already done, it's like, yo, damn, we still on one movie. Like, hey, anybody hit us up yet for a role? Like, hurry hurry. Like this other
Yeah,
movie's
but
almost done.
Disney did it. Disney pulled the movie because of everything that she said. They pulled it.
That's why they pulled
Yeah,
it. Oh,
they
really?
pulled it the
Yeah.
first time. They
They
shelved
pulled
it,
it the first. They shelved that shit.
and then
Oh,
they
okay.
waited. I think they waited for everything to die down, and
And
then
still
they
no
were
success.
yeah no. They were
No,
like,
no.
Wow. And guess
shout
what?
out.
And guess whose
Oh.
situation they ruined? They ruined Gal Gadot's situation. Her comeback. They
I
ruined
mean,
people play the evil
it's not
queen.
like she fell off. I mean, she's still
No, no,
successful
no.
from
Right,
Wonder
right.
Woman, but she had like a great role in this movie, and they kind of went.
But what if it was okay and it made, you know what I mean, like 600 million, 400 million? That would have still been be like, okay, Gal, like Gal, we see you, like we love you,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But
of
now
course.
it made like 17 tickets.
Tickets,
She's like, come on,
and you
I
better make
didn't
sure
say
that they
nothing.
buy it on a Tuesday for a discount. That's not at full price either.
I didn't say nothing wrong, guys. Are we good? You know what I mean? Like when we
Oh
talk,
my god.
I'm cool. Am I still cool? Like,
Yeah.
and it's tough, man. But anyway,
Tough.
um, Lilo and Stitch, you guys swipe left for Dre, swipe right for Steph. Dre gave it a 6.10. Steph, you give it a 7 out of 10. I mean, 6 out of 10, and Steph, you gave it a 7 out of 10. Still
Absolutely. Yeah.
good movie to go see and say, okay, but we're gonna see.
Good.
We're gonna see if this is gonna be a franchise prop, more than likely,
Who
so we're not
knows?
gonna be surprised there. You never know. So all right, but 341.7
For
million says
opening?
that
Yeah.
yeah,
All right.
we're doing a
Just a
4-day
quick
weekend.
fact. There's a
Uh-huh.
quick fact on Snow White. The
Oh boy.
budget was 270 million. They were hoping to gross between 540 and 675, but it only grossed 42 million. Domestic box office.
Who were we talking shit about before that was making it was Mickey 17 and Captain America, right? But Captain
Yeah,
America made their money back, right? I think
yeah, Captain America just made just about the money back, but
they
it
just
it
made
didn't
their
go
money
over
back.
the way it
And
was
Mickey
supposed to.
17, I think
No.
Captain
it's
America
that
grossed
shit is streaming now.
yeah, Captain
already.
America 415 million.
Right.
And
Right.
I don't know what the budget was, but it's 415 million.
I think the
I
budget was
believe it was two something.
Okay, so it
256.
made their money back, but then I think you got to add what Jason, you got to add 200 million for like advertising or something. So
Yes. Yeah, something like that. But when it's streaming, it's
double
gonna
the
make
budget for advertising, something like that. Yeah.
yeah. Captain America's gonna make its money overall streaming
Yeah,
and all
because now
that.
it's streaming on
It'll be
Disney
fine.
too. So now you can
Right.
go catch it on Disney if you want. Mickey 17 is now streaming. Because
Mhm.
they pulled it out of the theaters early. So it's like, hey, we gotta figure out a way how we gonna
So
get
it's
the money back.
Snow White just premiered
Snow White just
on
premiered as
Disney.
well. So if you guys didn't go to the theater, go watch it. It's streaming now on Disney.
I'll check
Oops.
it out just
I'll
to
check it
watch it.
out. Yeah, I will
I
definitely
won't.
check
Thank you.
it.
I'm
I don't care what he said. I ain't
I'm
watching
good.
it.
I'm
yeah,
good.
it is what it is. But
Forward.
continue to support,
Yeah.
if you like your movies, guys. If you like, we all love our personal shows, our personal movies. There's somebody out there who loves Snow White, you know what I mean, and they're gonna watch it eventually.
Of
You know what I
course.
mean? Let all of this die down.
We're not
Rachel,
here to
you'll be
deter
fine.
you. Yeah, we're not here to deter you
Yeah.
because we want you to go to the movies. That gives us purpose here to talk with you guys and tell
Mhm.
you about what to see or our opinions or whatever. That's the point of the movies is to have the
Right.
discussion. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't want us to deter you, but if
And like Dirty said, man, like listen to my man Dirty. Be clear. Make 4 or 5 movies strong real quick before
Good.
you start yapping.
You're
Let's
like
see.
Tom
Let's
Cruise and
look
make
at your bank
trilogies after
account.
trilogy.
Let's see. Look at your bank account. Let that joint say, oh, I didn't even know I was in the tens of millions. I got something to say about this guy named Trump. Be cool first.
he's not in the office anymore,
Huh?
cool. He a
Yeah, like
bum.
right.
You wait. You
You
wait.
know, when you see 500,000, you're like, in Long Island, that's one house, and that's not the biggest one. Yeah. Think like that, folks.
It's
You know what I mean? You're welcome. You're
true.
welcome. You're welcome. Unless you're gonna move down south and then say you could get 2 houses for like 200,000 each and live life. And I'm
No.
talking deep down south, deep, 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 deep.
A
But yeah, you
swamp.
know what I mean? Yeah, really
A
deep.
swamp.
Alabama, you say?
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. But yeah, so listen, let's go into the extravaganza that's going nuts already. Memorial Day again, and you know this man. Like first and foremost, this man needs a cape. I don't care what anybody say. This man, his name should be Super Ethan Hunt in the movie. It shouldn't be just Ethan Hunt. It's be like, you think Super Ethan Hunt could make it happen? Because this guy is making, he's the definition of mission impossible, yo. We're like we know what's gonna happen, but this can't happen, can it? Yeah, but it's not gonna happen, but it's gonna happen. But it's not gonna happen because it can't, but it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
This
Yeah.
guy, Tom Cruise, when it's showtime, when it's get me straight, yo. You know what I'm about to do. You know you know what I'm about to do.
We're about to come in.
You know what I mean? You know
That's
TC. You know TC. I mean, that's me. You know what I mean? This dude.
Bro,
makes
why'd
movies.
you put Reckoning Part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Because
7, 8?
it's like the movies just keep going.
Well played, sir.
Well played.
Well played.
Round of applause for that. Well played.
Well,
Did you think I was gonna say something? Like, were you
Yeah.
planning for me to say something?
Yes.
I did not say that.
Yes, you were.
You were
Yes, you
waiting
were.
for me.
I
See, I'm
was
so
waiting for
predictable.
y'all to read it.
I'm so predictable.
I saw it. Then I said,
And I was like, wait a minute, is that a typo? I'm like, yo, my man.
right. Like my third eye was like, huh? Like, okay, let's keep talking. But Dre's right. Dre's right. So this movie put all the movies in one. They took all of them from the beginning, and I was blown away by how everything they did. I had a friend, so I got one of my homeboys, yo. This dude said, yo, Ern, I don't know. Certain things is not possible in this movie. In my head, I hate when he says that because it's a movie. It's a movie, fam. Like, what do you keep saying that's not possible in real life? Why are you concerned about real life? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
Marvel is a great example of that. Like, come on, people don't die. Snap fingers, come on.
right. But he's one of those guys. He feels like he needs to see a little bit more, somewhat realistic stuff. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna ignore all of that part. But he always has good points when he watches his movies, right? So I'm just like, dude. So I said, dude, what do you give it? So he's like Ansar, right? He's like King Karim. He says, well, I'm gonna give it like a 7.4. Oh, so 7.4 to you, that's a 9.9.
That's a 9.9. Yeah. He took the words right out of my mouth.
I mean, the movie's fantastic. Like we fell in love because I fell in love with this movie when I saw it.
Yeah, it was
I was
phenomenal.
like, this was it. Tom Cruise. This dude is like he's something of.
He single-handedly saved the movie industry.
The dude is
No, it's
magnificent.
Pedro
man.
Pascal, not him.
No. Don't you play my man like that.
Who
Listen,
Major who? What do you say? What do you say?
Pedro Pascal. No.
He's saying that he's been in everywhere, movies, TV shows. So he's like single-handedly saving the
Nobody's
movie
negating
industry.
that. Nobody's negating that.
I understand that though. I understand that. Pedro is killing.
But when my
Tom
man
Cruise
came
is
in with
Tom Cruise, man.
with Top Gun,
Yes.
coming guns blazing,
Yes.
and you see how the box office
Original
rewarded
film.
him with that.
Original film.
Stop it.
And
That
part
man
two,
is crazy with them stunts. That man is insane in the membrane, bro.
part 2 is in the making too. By the way, it's going to be in the making soon. So yes. But Tom Cruise. I mean, you guys could talk after me. Like what y'all think? Like Tom Cruise. I'll just say everything for me first. Probably like over 9.6. Swipe right. Can't miss. Home run. You know what I mean?
Home
Safe.
run.
You know what I mean? Walk around. You don't have to slide to be like, you just made it. He's over here doing this, flinging his hair around because he got long hair now. He's over here doing all of this. He's doing hair, taking his hat off, and then walking the home plate.
Basically.
That's me.
And you know what it was too, like in the Cannes festival, that there was a standing ovation for him. They said that this movie was phenomenal, and they only had but good things to talk about this movie. And it just signifies like my man just pulled it off.
Well, he is the greatest action stunt hero, like stunt actor of all time.
Whoa. Step back.
That's not true.
That's
you
not
can take
true.
that all the way back. Jackie Chan. You just disrespected Jackie Chan.
No.
Yo, bro, Jackie Chan. What are you playing games for? Hold on.
Whoa.
Okay, just because my man broke an ankle on, I think it was Ghost Protocol or was it Rogue
Right.
Nation? One of between the two. My man was out of commission. Have you seen Jackie Chan take
Yes.
the hits?
Have you
seen it?
seen his? That's not his natural nose.
That's not. Thank you.
Okay,
That
okay,
nose,
okay, but
that nose was from this
okay, but
long.
you gotta remember,
Now.
these are two different type of movies.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
I'm listening.
Tom Cruise is your hardcore stunt. Jackie Chan is martial arts stunts. He does all those. He's not jumping off a plane, hanging off of buildings, hanging
Okay,
off.
I believe
alright.
he's done. No. Hold on. I believe he's done that
I
back in the
think
day.
he's done all that.
Yeah,
That's
but
what I'm
yeah,
saying.
he's done for the movie, but it's not like Tom Cruise. He does it for a fucking living. My man goes fly planes. He goes jump out of planes. He does
That nigga does
motorcycles.
base jumping and shit.
Yeah,
He does that shit for fun.
exactly. He does
Let me
it.
get paid.
He's like, "Oh, wake up in the morning. Let me just go jump off a plane." Jackie Chan's like, "I did it. I'm done.
I
I'ma
got
go
paid.
live."
I'm at the
And
studio.
yeah,
I'm gonna go the fuck home. I'm gonna be in
Jackie
black
Chan
and
lives
blue.
a modest living.
Look, listen. So you're saying
Base
Jackie,
jumping in the mountain.
right? So you're saying when Jackie Chan did Rumble in the Bronx, you're saying that when he damn near broke his ankle, I don't know if you guys knew, he put on a fake.
To Tom Cruise, that's not good enough.
Hold on. But he put on
Tom
a fake
Cruise standards?
sneaker.
That's petty. That's
A
petty.
fake sneaker. Yeah, you're telling me you put on a fake sneaker because he shattered his ankle, but he said we still need to finish the movie. Like, still finish the movie, but that's not good enough. He fell on his head at one point, almost died.
He almost
You know
died.
what I mean? Back in I think late 70s, early 80s for one movie he did over in China. That's not good enough. That's no. I'm sorry, man.
Not.
I'm
He
sorry.
has broken, I think, over 100 bones, clavicles, ribs, wrist, ankles. I mean, my man has broken bones.
But I get what Dirty is saying. Dirty's basically
It's two
saying,
different
compare,
genres.
I'm
sorry.
You can't compare like fight scenes, like I
Right.
will compare Jackie Chan with like John Wick or something, but John Wick is not Keanu Reeves is not as crazy as Jackie Chan in terms of stunts.
Absolutely.
Even though Keanu does his own fight scenes and stuff.
Right, yeah. Well, he's a martial artist in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's
black
like
belt in a few things. Yeah. But I hear what you're saying. So picture this. So Tom Cruise is doing this, right? He got the little comm in his ears and he's flying. Hey, don't forget, throw me the parachute now in the next 10 seconds or I'm dead. That's Tom Cruise. Like, Tom, I don't think that's a good idea. Do it. Like, I'm still alive, guys.
And he's the only like action hero from our time that's still making all these movies,
Well, the other guys are old.
So it's Tom.
So it's Tom Cruise.
So it's
No,
Tom.
Tom Cruise. Well, Tom Cruise is like, and
He's Scientology, so he looks like he's 35.
What?
What does that do?
Anything.
The Church of Science.
Nah, chill. Don't do that to Tom, man. Don't do that to TC, fam.
Yo, how you gonna do that to my man Ethan Hudson?
Nah, man. Ethan, don't do that to
My man drank a fountain of youth drink or something,
Look. So at the end of the day, like Tom Cruise, and we're going back to age again. We're talking about 61, right? Ed Gale passed away. Tom Cruise don't play games with his health.
No.
This dude is healthy.
Well, he
as they
does.
come.
He does play game with his life with these stocks. What you say? There's no insurance company in the world that's insuring that crazy ass man.
You don't need insurance. Like, when you're a billionaire,
Yeah,
like,
he got all his money here.
right? He's like,
I pay
what?
myself when I get hurt.
Like insurance? Like, yo, stop bothering me about stuff like insurance, right? Like,
That shit does not exist for me.
Experiment 626.
The experiment 606. You've been eliminated.
yeah, right. So basically, he's not concerned with that. But I'm talking about, taking care of yourself, but after the stunts you're doing, the movies you do. That dude is 61, like he doesn't look like a 61-year-old at all. Straight up, like.
But listen, he even ripped off his shirt in the movie.
Right,
like,
shirts off and everything.
Show his abs. He had to show his abs.
He's not playing, man. He's not playing with life, and that's what it boils down to. Like he loves what he does. Like, I love this so much. It's a blessing. I'm here for it. Tom Cruise is movies. Tom Cruise is
Point blank.
movies.
Period. Period.
Period. There's nothing to think about,
With
yo.
the T at the end.
Yes, the people he put on, the people he brought back from certain roles from Mission Impossible. You know what I mean? The scientist who, when in the
The
first
first
movie,
one,
when he
yeah.
dropped down the knife,
Dundow, my
man,
man.
he kept he kept the
William
knife.
Dunlow.
Yeah, he kept the
It was, you
knife, man.
changed my life.
Thank you.
You changed my life.
Because
Nah,
Love
of
man,
that.
you.
that was awesome.
Love
He said,
that.
"I remember you."
And
Like
then
that.
with the fucking Jim's son, that shit threw
Uh-huh.
me for a loop. I was
Yeah, it
like,
did. Yeah, it did. Absolutely,
I said,
absolutely, and that was awesome. That was awesome.
look at the chain of,
Yeah,
look at the circle of life on that.
circle of life. Yeah, yeah.
Whoa.
And at the end of the day, that character, played by John Voight, who he went for the money. Became a traitor. He understood at the end what it was. You know what I mean? And nah, Tom Cruise is Tom Cruise is a beast, y'all. What you guys thought? What do you think about the legacy of Tom Cruise at this point, right now, 2025?
Oof.
Well, for me, I'm gonna be honest. I went in there blind. The last one I saw was Gross Protocol. You know, like in between, if it was to be like James Bond and like spy stuff, I would prefer James Bond over Mission Impossible because
I
I
can
felt
see
like
that.
I
How
felt like
dare
Mission
you?
Impossible was very cheesy, not
How
realistic.
dare you?
You
How
know,
dare you?
so I went in blind. I enjoyed it.
Uh,
But I felt like it was too much stunts. Like some of the scenes were too long. Like the submarine scene was like hands down the best. The
okay,
whole submarine, to me, that was the best. That was fucking amazing. That was awesome. And then the whole plane scene, I'm like, you only had like what, like 5 minutes, 10 minutes to retrieve the code. That's like unrealistic. And that motherfucker up in the sky. That should take him like 35, 40 minutes just to fucking get the fucking key and fly
30. We're talking about movies here, man.
back.
Like,
So in movie world,
why are
nah,
you
nah,
focusing about things about being
nah,
realistic? Like, really? Come on.
nah. It
Come
was
on.
just, to me, I felt like it was just too much. I was like, all right.
There is nothing too much about Mission
With Tom Cruise,
Impossible.
okay,
You
for you
telling
guys.
me this man is hanging off of an aircraft? Okay, he has been underwater. He has done stunts that have never been seen on the screen. Are you kidding me? There is nothing too much for Tom Cruise.
Like
This
I
is
nothing,
what
said,
mission.
nothing.
This is what
in terms of
impossible
storyline,
means.
I went
This
in
Mhm.
is
blind. I
what
kind of picked it up little
impossible
by little.
means, bro. What do you mean? It's not gonna be
Yeah.
mission easy. Mission possible is
Mission
impossible.
my man should die already. Fucking die.
No,
Pass the
because
torch.
then you
Pass
win.
the
Because
torch.
then you
Pass
won't
the
have
torch.
Reckoning Part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that you leave it open because now you can do a franchise. You can gear off from all the other characters.
You're already a franchise. You're already a
Simon Pegg
franchise.
was phenomenal in the last 6 freaking movies. I love Simon Pegg. You
Absolutely.
when
He
and
he
when they
wrote he wrote
when
one of those movies too, I
I
believe.
think
I think he wrote one of them,
he wrote Rogue Nation. I think I'm not sure. I have
something
to
like
go
that.
back.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
I think it was
yeah.
Rogue Nation, but
Fibber?
oh my god, Ving Rhames, what?
Wow, like
See,
that,
this is why I
bro.
want to get violent, bro. This is what makes me want to get
Jeez.
violent.
Overall, like I said,
Wow.
I'll let you finish, and then we'll rate the movie after.
What do you
Okay.
mean? You let me finish?
I'll let you finish.
All right,
Let you
whatever.
finish.
Because you're making this mission impossible to get through, bro. Seriously, Vin Rhames. I
Amazing.
was so mad, but I knew why.
Mhm.
I knew why because there was nobody else that's gonna do it better. And Phineas Freak was my man from the get. He was. They were like this, and
Yeah,
it was sad to see him go. But I understand why they did it, though.
super
But it was
sharp,
oh,
super sharp,
one of
super
my
sharp.
favorite
No.
characters.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
You would think it would be their roles. I was telling Steph, you would think their roles would be the opposite. You see Simon Pegg would be like the nerd, would be like the
Mhm.
freaking hacker and all this stuff, and Ving Rhames
Mhm.
would be like the weapon specialist. But in the movies,
Right.
it's reversed.
Why?
It's reverse. Yeah.
It's
Why?
reversed.
Why?
Just off of, well, I'll say why. It's just
Perception.
off perception and image. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
Physicality. Like,
Yep.
Ving Rhames is,
Yeah, he should
like
be out there in the
can
field, but
do
he's
this
behind a
and right,
computer,
right.
that
But
don't mean shit. He
completely,
was probably one of the smartest motherfuckers on that movie because he was
yeah,
able
yeah,
to
yeah.
to
But
achieve the
perception is,
impossible.
yeah, but Steph, perception is a lot. Like, I'll give you an
That's
example.
true.
Like
That's true.
in
Yeah.
in the corporate world, if they see a guy, and this I've heard this before, if they see a guy who's about 6'1", 6'2", great shape, they're leading to him being a leader
Right.
compared to a guy who's not that tall or who's not that in shape. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, they did, researches on that. It's crazy. So it's all about perception.
Right.
But it
Right.
was, in all, it was still fantastic to see Vin Rames that sharp. But he's always been sharp for
And
like
he's
what,
always
past
been
30
sharp like
years?
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I felt like his character was made for him for
yeah,
sure. And I
yeah,
love how the ending was for him. My man
right.
came out, he came out like a boss. So I was sad, but
Yeah, and I love the way he carried it. You know what I mean? Like knowing that he was going to, move on and pass on, he still did what he needed to do calmly. He's listening to Tom Cruise lie to him, and he was like, "You don't." He said, "You don't say." Like, dude, I just saw a dude. Like, he trapped me in here. Like, what? Okay, but anyway, I gotta detonate this, and
yeah,
this is the only way. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
but again, just to me was an excellent film, man. um I don't want to ruin it for people, but it's just the submarine movement. I mean, the underwater movement was just crazy. You know what I mean? What was that scene? Maybe 12 to 15 minutes,
Yeah.
give or take, like
Probably
him
longer.
getting it.
Probably longer.
Probably longer.
Yeah.
I mean, wow. I mean,
I'm trying to
missiles falling on him.
understand.
Maybe 15,
Missiles
20
falling.
minutes. Yo, that was crazy. Like it had me at the edge of my seat, that whole scene.
Yeah,
Like the plane scene, not so much, but the submarine scene, I was
yeah.
like, my heart is like, oh shit, this motherfucker
What?
not making it out alive.
Missiles falling on
You
this
can't
dude. I
hold your
was
breath
over here
that
like,
long.
right, right. And I was like, yo, this is crazy. And how under he was under the water, and for him to take off his suit. And I'm
Cold
like, yo,
water,
dude,
bro.
what are you doing? What? Nah, but that's the part my friend was talking about. Like, impossible. This is just not, you just can't do this. And I told my boy, like, bro, it's called Mission Impossible for a reason.
Well, in terms of situations like that, they do have divers that go down to those depths.
Right. No, no, without the suit though. Without the suit they ran out of oxygen and all of that. You know what I mean?
Because
That's what
well,
he was
they
referring.
have free divers stuff where they freaking. I'll pull it up.
And they
Yeah,
have to do that? Like,
but what I'm saying,
Yeah, they go without.
I think the point to that is to say that with that particular scene and with the intentions of making it more difficult than what it is, right? You already have the obstacles. You already got you're in a fucking submarine that's
right,
turning to the edge of a cliff that's gonna go even
right,
deeper. You
right.
have to deal with missiles that are at any given point can crush you or blow up altogether. And then you
Yes.
got to fit through a missile hole. I was just
Mm,
like, my man is not going to make it. I was just like,
right.
there's no way. And
It's
then by
crazy.
him seeing that and then him taking off the suit, I was just like, oh, that's how he's going to do it.
Right.
So, so it's a movie. It's fantasy. We're supposed to enjoy it.
We're supposed
And
to enjoy it.
we're
Right.
supposed to enjoy it. And if it doesn't seem possible, it probably isn't.
Right. Right. I
How
mean,
deep was he? Because it said after 400 feet, they never tested the suit out.
I thought it
Yeah.
was like it was
I
supposed to
think it
be
was I
500
think it was
feet.
500 feet.
All right, so right now the deepest dive in free diving, it's 702 feet in 12 minutes,
Jeez.
and it's held by Austria in 2007.
Well,
Brando
that comes with
Petrovic.
special training and that
Yeah.
comes with years of
Wow.
So
training.
like I'm saying,
So
so that scene is like is legit doable. So
It's
it was like,
legitimate. Yeah.
but now you and exactly all the similarities to. I mean, all the realization of it. When you get the bends and everything. Everything was explained in the movie. You need the decompression chamber before you even come back to
Mhm.
like to decompress your body to get your oxygen back to where it is. It's crazy, so like my heart was like, oh my god, at the edge of my seat for that scene. Everything else, I'm like, all right, just like
Right. Right.
oh,
That's
so
what I
you
was
were like
saying.
not impressed? Really?
yeah.
Really?
I even told you, I'm like, yo, this
There
airplane
was
scene is too
so
much.
many oh shit moments. Stop yourself.
She
We
said,
had
"Stop
a
yourself."
great time.
We
Stop
did, we
your
did.
mess. Stop your mess.
Yeah. It was a good movie.
It was
Great
phenomenal.
freaking movie, man.
Phenomenal.
There's nothing I can't take into, like, I can't take, there's nothing I could take away from it. I'm trying to figure out, like, it's not easy to give no movie a perfect mark. Like, it's really not.
Right.
You know,
Right.
every movie got its flaws. Like, I guess watching it, I'll watch it again because I am going to watch it again.
Mhm.
I gotta see, like,
Yeah,
okay, this
like,
could have been.
my only gripe is the fate of the world lies in the hand of one man. Just one.
Well,
No,
of
it
course,
lied in the fate of a woman. Stop it. It
was it
lied in the fate
technically
of
it
a
was a
woman.
woman. Technically, it was a woman. It was the
Stop it.
president.
Well,
So,
technically, if he didn't get the piece, we men we
mhm,
always sacrifice. So
yeah,
if he didn't go up in the air to put the fucking virus into the computer, she would have
right.
nothing.
That too, that too. But she
Come on,
decided not to kill nobody.
Whatever.
She decided not to destroy her home. And you know what I mean? And she decided to say, "Look, guys, we're gonna go into like the Stone Age till we find out how do we bring everything back up again." You know what I mean? So shout out to El Presidente, La Presidente. Is it La Presidente? No,
yeah,
La.
La.
yeah.
It's up to you guys. You guys are Spanish. Is it S or La? La. So we can go La Presidente.
Presidente. Yeah,
La,
yeah.
La, oh, it is La Presidente.
Well, El Presidente is
It's
for masculine.
it's supposed to be for a masculine
Right.
ending. So we'll just say el presidente. We'll
Like,
just
my
leave
thing
it
is
there.
like she don't get tired of playing president. Like
And he said that shit out loud in
I
the
said it out loud in
fucking
the theater,
theater, and
yo.
I was like, "Yo, shut your face!" Like, enjoy
Shoot.
the movie. He's
Give her
like,
her check.
what did you say you wanted to see? Oh, Viola Davis. I'm like,
Yeah, I
yo,
said, yo, switch it up. Give Viola
leave
Davis as
her alone,
president.
bro. She
But
was
she
in,
did. She did.
but
She
she
was
was
in
the
as the
president from
president.
throughout the movie. So, man, shut your
Yeah.
face. Wait, what are you
Yeah.
saying?
Nah, I feel like Angela Bassett. We see her almost like
I don't
she's like
care.
the main choice. She's the main choice to
She
have like
was
a
the
black
president
president.
from the beginning of the series, bro. Why would you switch up the
Well,
president?
like I
Right. Like,
said, my
right.
thing is like I said. No, we
You
saw her.
missed it. You missed the other series. That's why. Because you
Right.
didn't know.
Look, I'll take it. And that's right. It's definitely your fault, fam. Like, you need to watch. You needed to see
You
all of them.
needed to watch.
You need to see all of them.
That was why, like, I was annoyed with
I
you. And I
fell
was like,
asleep watching the reckoning the day before.
Really?
no, but
Yeah, I
you
fell
had a
asleep.
long but
I
you
had a
had a
long
long
day.
day
I had
at
a long
work.
day.
Yeah, you
I had
had a
like
long
30
day at
minutes
work.
left in the
Which
movie,
is,
and I was like,
that's different. That's different.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's different.
Henry Cavill was in The Reckoning, right? Henry Cavill?
no,
Um,
no.
no,
That was before?
it was before.
That was Ghost Protocol?
No. Rogue Nation. I believe he was in Rogue Nation.
Rogue Nation.
Rogue
Yes. Rogue
Nation. That's with
Nation.
Henry Cavill.
That was one of my favorite. That's one of
Love
my
that.
favorites. Yeah, me too.
He rode off the fucking side of the cliff. I was like, Jesus Christ, this man
I
is
ain't gonna
crazy.
lie. Before we leave, I needed to let y'all know I needed to see Jeremy Renner. I would love to have seen Jeremy Renner, and I was pissed.
You know,
That's why I'm not giving it a
I
chance.
think no, I think what happened was I think he was still
Mm.
injured at the time that they started the filming because remember
no,
he had
This was filmed 4 years ago. During
that's
Yes.
COVID.
and he had his incident only 2 years ago.
Okay, it was 2 years ago.
It was like I think it was
2, 3 years
2000
ago.
3 years ago. So when they started filming, he was still recovering. So I'm pretty sure they asked him like, "He'll, we would love to have you bring you back, but you're not
Right.
you're still recovering and stuff like that." That
Right.
was what I immediately thought. I was like, "Oh shit! Remember New Year's Day? He got
Right.
hurt, and
Right.
they of course they would have brought him back. Of course they would have
Mm.
brought him back. But
Right.
he's
I
probably
forgot
injured at
about
that
that. I
time.
keep forgetting about that.
Yeah.
But look, y'all, our time is up. Oracle, before we leave, let them know where they can find us, where they can get in contact with us. And again, next week, people will be back. But let them know something.
Absolutely. So again, 20 Talk Podcast. We're here on Facebook. We're on X. We're on Threads. We're on Instagram. We're on all the different platforms. You can definitely find us on Spotify, Apple, and definitely on all the podcasts and all the social media podcasts. You can find us. Now, I have a question for you. So we're wrapping up. What are we gonna watch? What are we gonna talk about next week? I have no idea. I think we're just gonna keep it open because there's so
Mhm.
many good things going on. So I'm
Right.
looking forward to what we're gonna talk about. But it
Mhm.
was an amazing Memorial Day weekend. We got to see a lot of things. And I can't wait for the next few weeks because it's gonna be crazy.
It's
It's gonna
definitely
be
gonna be
crazy.
crazy. Yeah.
It'll be
Uh,
crazy.
Ballerina comes out next week, right?
June 6th, and
June
tomorrow
6th.
comes out Karate Kid. Legend.
Karate Kid. Okay. And I will bring there's a lot of, like I was telling the Oracle, there's a lot of shows that's been talked about. So I'm gonna talk about quick snippet of a show called Gangland next week.
Oh, so
Um,
let's definitely.
yeah, and I've heard good things about it. I just never got a chance to lock in, but I will be locking in on that show this weekend as well.
And also
All right.
honorable mention. I'll give you guys the
Mhm.
honorable mention because
Sure.
Ballerina's coming out. They have
Yeah.
the documentary Wick is Pain.
Oh,
Amazing. Amazing.
Send that to me. Send me
Amazing.
the link. Or send me where I can see it at.
You have to pay
Yeah,
for it
it's on Movie
on
Box. It's on
Movie
Movie
Box.
Box.
So you can go get it on Movie Box,
Because you have to
or
pay for it.
you have
You
to
have
pay
to
for
pay
it.
for it on streaming service.
Wick is Pain.
Wick is
is
pain.
Pain.
It's a
Ooh.
documentary
Yeah, it's like
about the
2.5
whole
hours long.
series.
It's about the whole movie.
Phenomenal. If you guys
John
have a
Wick movie.
chance,
So,
take a
amazing.
look at it. If you're in love with the John Wick series, you're gonna
Right.
love the documentary. You're gonna love it.
Oh, word. Oh, okay. I did not know this.
Yep.
I did
And then
not
before
know
we
that.
leave, another honorable mention movie that we saw, Final Destination Bloodlines.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Bro.
Amazing.
Phenomenal.
Awesome.
Amazing. Gruesome. Let me
Gruesome,
tell you,
and it
there was
ties
like
up all the movies from all
ties
the
it
previous ones,
all
ties up into
together.
one movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, it
Okay.
was so good. So good.
Okay, so real quick, I know the game is about to start. Final Destination, swipe right, and what do you
Right?
rate it?
Swipe right.
Final Destination, 9 out of 10.
9 out
9
of
out of
10?
10.
9 out of 10.
9
9
out
out
of
of
10.
10.
It was great. Even though I covered my eyes for like one part because it was in the hospital, it was about the MRI machine. I couldn't fucking see that because
Too realistic.
it was too realistic for me, and I kept my eyes closed and ears the whole time.
We didn't say about Mission Impossible. Swipe right, swipe left.
Oh, shoot. For
What
Mission
you
Impossible,
what you
for
guys
me,
give it? You said 9.5. You said 9.5. You stuff?
9.5. Yeah.
9.5.
I gave it 8.5.
What?
Okay. Okay.
I told you. I felt like it was too like some of the stunts was too much. So I was like,
Man, please. You know they did. You know how much editing they did for that fucking movie. Stop it. You know they could have put way more stuff.
He said way
the
more
director's
stuff.
cut.
His
Director's cut,
opinion
right?
is just
We need a
that's his
Snyder's cut,
opinion.
right?
Like, shoot, if we get another director's cut, it's probably be even crazier.
Right. I would
That's
love
probably
to see
fine
those,
way.
but I would love to see how John Wick had a documentary. I would love
Mhm.
Mission Impossible to have a behind the scenes documentary because
Me
I would
too.
think that would be crazy, crazy.
Me too. Because we seen the part where he, jumped off the mountain with the motorbike, but they just gave us a little bit. But I would love to see this one with the underwater.
Oh
I,
yeah, love
I
that.
got it. I need to know. Period. And we'll find out, God willing. But listen, this is Earn B 20 Talk 20. Steph the Oracle.
Have a good night, guys.
All right, Andre, aka Dirty.
Let's go Knicks, baby.
Let's
Let's
go,
go
Knicks!
Knicks.
Let's go, Knicks!
Hold on, quick.
Knicks and 7. Knicks and 7.
Knicks and 7. Knicks and 7. Pray
Look.
to the Knicks, God.
Championship or nothing. It's championship because OKC, they stinking ass is ready. Jesus.
Ready.
And they got the rest for it, bro. They're
Then
gonna
they
be
got
rested.
And
they're
they got the
resting.
rest for it. It don't matter what they do. But listen, that's a whole nother conversation.
That's a
So
whole
look,
conversation.
peace out. See you next week.
Bye, guys.